Hello, Seattle. Actually, it's probably just Ballard, Greenwood, Linwood, Bothell, and areas that my family and friends live. Anyway, so over about 100 people logged on to see my YouTube video, which means there's some interest out there for some of my comedy. So I'll keep being motivated and keep sharing some material. I did incorporate some of the feedback some of you gave me, which I appreciate. One, microphone and tripod. They are on their way from you know who in the mail. So when those arrive, I will be using those and looking a little more professional. In the meantime, we have what you have. Unfortunately, based off of the recent opening act that I shared, I did not get lined up for any live stand up comedy club or anything like that, so we're still in my house. Um, let's see, I did incorporate some more structure into my gig, and I'll show you a little bit. I put together a really quick PowerPoint presentation, the skills you do business school teaches you. Let me show that to you real quickly. Oops. So what we have here, nishk, nishi plus ishk means love combined. I always used to think if I have a business, I'll name it that. The agenda, really high level. I didn't want to get too prescriptive because then it's no fun. Then it turns into a TED Talk. We're not a TED Talk, right? And then RAAs for both you and me. I want to undercommit, over-deliver, try to have weekly material, hopefully by Monday or Tuesday of each week. And then as audience members, fans, I ask that you subscribe to my YouTube channel, Nish, and check out my weekly videos. Spread the word if you like what you hear or see. That way I can be more motivated to create new material as I get a little bit more broad. All right, we'll get started. There, that's to help keep me on point. Let's see, what's coming up here? So top of mind, Easter is coming up here March 27th, and I have 2 children, obviously a big deal. And see, my problem is I think too much about things. I can't just go out and do Easter egg hunting, enjoy time with family and friends. I start thinking, what's this mean? Does it benefit the kids? What is it all about? If you think about it, Easter egg hunting is kind of cruel. You have a bunch of parents lining up with their kids with big Easter baskets. Everyone's ready to go, waiting for the facilitator to say 1, 2, 3, ready, set, go. And what do kids do? They line up, they collect as many eggs or candy goodies as they can, as fast as they can. They try to divide the groups up by age, but that doesn't always work. So, I feel like I've been to some of these events and I'll literally see some of the parents like this. Billy, over there, start with a blue egg and then go up straight, take a right, take a left. That'll be the most efficient way. It's almost like you might as well pull up a blue plan of the green lawn to have the most efficient route out there. I just think some people take it way too seriously. Easter was connected to Jewish Passover, and the actual Easter egg hunting, I believe, first started in Mesopotamia. I just always wanted to use that word. And you'll hear now it's all about candy, and I don't know. I always question it. I feel like at the detriment of others sometimes. Some kids end up with a lot, some kids end up with none, some kids end up with some, and then you see other kids looking at other people's baskets thinking they don't have as many, and it's very competitive, and I don't know, I just have a hard time with it lately. I will say I don't think you'll ever look at Easter egg hunting the same way as you did once before now that you heard that. See, that's why ignorance is bliss. If you think too much about things, this is what happens. Then you have Halloween, same thing, you go door to door doing trick or treat, and what's the point of that? Back in the day, this was a day celebrated so that it was in between the end of harvest season and then the start of the longest days of the year. Sorry, WhatsApp just came through. You might be seeing that on video. So it's kind of interesting because back then people were knocking door to door. They were threatening to do tricks on the homeowner, and if in exchange for food, so they wouldn't play any tricks or jests on them. Now we don't do that. We just go door to door saying, we say trick or treat, but really, why have that trick option there? It's no one ever selects it, right? It's we should go door to door saying treat, 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 and truncate that even more. I don't know. That's really what it's about. So then we wonder why in America we have these shows like Hoarders. Where does that come from? I don't know. I can speculate a little bit. Anyways, what else do we have here? Oh, so people generally ask me, I'm almost 40. They say, how do you look so young? How do you stay so fit, etc., etc. Obviously, eating right, going to the gym, all that makes a difference. Big component is I'm Indian. I'm a conscientious consumer, aka cheap. It's a great way to keep your budget in check because you don't have to replenish your wardrobe. Everything still fits me from when I was about 25. So that's great. Another great benefit is advantage, I should say, is I get to stay in my workout clothes almost all of the time. I feel like whenever I wear workout clothes, people just kind of excuse it as she's the fit one. She's probably going to the gym or to work out, which is probably true, but at least I don't have to always be looking all dressed to the nines or decked out. I can be in my workout clothes the majority of the time and it's okay. Whereas I feel like if I'm heavier, I feel like I look sloppy if I'm in my workout clothes, right? Am I right? I mean, I think a lot of society feels that way. Um, I feel like when I tend to gain weight, I want to overcompensate. Then I feel like I have to spend more money on my clothes. I want to try to have the name brands, the latest styles. But honestly, if I feel like I'm in good shape and I'm feeling fit, I could look, I mean, anyone can look good in a potato bag, even, right? You make the outfit doesn't make you necessarily. So just another advantage, I think, that keeps me trying to stay fit and active and healthy. Long term, I want to try to avoid the financial, emotional kind of things that the negative sides of all that come when you're overweight or unhealthy. So those are some of the motivating factors for me. What else do I want to cover? Oh, the typical Indian perspective. I want to try to touch on one little Indian thing in terms of cultural differences. Try to do that every time. One big thing for me was today I made an Indian meal for my kids. I made a roti, which is the kind of a flat bread tortilla type thing that's very traditional North Indian food. And then